Lower House passes compulsory acquisition of shares in Petrojam Limited Act 2019. Ground broken for Montego-based $1.2 billion closed Harbour Beach project, and
I know it will serve the students here well, it will serve Jamaica well, and I encourage others to make the same kind of contribution.
You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan.
We cannot wait until Petrojam is run to the ground, then we react. The duty of government is to see the threats and respond to them.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness in Parliament last Tuesday as he piloted legislation to retake Venezuela's 49% shares in the state-owned oil refinery Petrojam. As he opened the debate, Mr. Holness told the House that the bill was motivated purely by Jamaica's economic and energy security and followed numerous failed attempts to buy back the shares. Bought in 2007, the shares are owned by PDV Caribe, a subsidiary of Venezuela's PDVSA. PDVSA is currently facing sanctions by the United States, Canada, and some Latin American and European countries. Prime Minister Holness says these sanctions, coupled with PDV Caribe's delay in carrying out planned upgrades at Petrojam, made the bill a compulsory move.
From the technical and political persons who have worked across administrations on these matters, the ultimate result has been that Jamaica's energy security has been compromised by delay and inaction. We now need to assess and redefine the refinery's future, and this can only be done by retaking control.
The Prime Minister was quick to add that should Venezuela agree to sell its shares, the Jamaican government would accept and withdraw the legislation. He said the state would set aside funds in a bank account for the repurchase and have it placed in escrow. The bank account would also hold payments due to Venezuela under the 2007 sale agreement.
I want to make it absolutely clear to the membership of the House that up to the last minute, we would be willing to pursue the solution which would see the amicable transfer of shares and the placing of the resources of the value of those shares into escrow.
The House agreed and approved the passage of the compulsory acquisition of shares in Petrojam Limited Act 2019. On Wednesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness was at Jamaica College to open an 8-lane, 400-meter synthetic track. It's located at the new Ashenheim Stadium on the school's compound. The donation came from the Ashenheim family with $30 million in support from the Ministries of Sport and Education.
I'm expecting that Jamaica College will be producing many great athletes now who will probably be performing on the Olympic stage and gaining Jamaica more medals. But more than that, it will reach the average student who will now have the facilities to develop their skills.
Jamaica College is now the first high school on the island to have its own stadium. It features state-of-the-art lighting, an international standard football field, and an initial seating capacity of about 2,000. There are plans to upgrade the seating to 5,000, install shot put and discus rings, a javelin area, as well as long and triple jump pits. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Caenwood, was also on the road Wednesday. He was in Hermitage, St. Anne to commission the community's first ever water supply system. The $14.4 million project was carried out by Rural Water Supply Limited.
What we're trying to do is to make sure that no citizen is without access to clean, healthy water. That is our objective. Because you can't talk of prosperity and at the same time you have people walking miles to get a jug of water.
Minister Samuda also visited the Chalky Hill Infant and Primary School, where its water storage system was repaired at a cost of $1.6 million. By Friday, the Prime Minister was in the second city to break ground on the closed Harbour Beach Park project. Valued at $1.2 billion, the project is being carried out by the Urban Development Corporation and the Tourism Enhancement Fund.
So yes, the project will contribute to the public space and the beautification, but it will also significantly improve our resilience, certainly in terms of any weather shocks that may occur due to climate change. So An important part of this project, the repair of the grounds, is in keeping with our thrust of building resilient infrastructure.
Before that, the Prime Minister was at Jamaica House Tuesday meeting with representatives from CIBC First Caribbean International Bank. The team was headed by the bank's CEO, Colette Dehaney. Discussions centered on incorporating modern technology into the banking sector. And on Monday, the National Identification System NIDS project issued birth certificates to 10 Linstead St. Catherine residents. The birth papers were issued at no cost to the recipients and is part of an outreach program between the NIDS project team and the Registrar General's Department. Another outreach is planned for St. Mary this week. The birth certificates are provided as part of the NIDS project for Jamaicans who have never registered or are partially registered. And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.